Hi everyone, I'm Hindu Man. Sometimes you sit there and you think to yourselves, wow, wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool to work for hi-rez? All this entertainment you can do, and like get to bring an audience to people and look at how much fun they have at the studio. Fun. Fun they say. Well, Mr. Friskies is is very exciting. Mr. Friskies. It's classic pate style, I will say, and just to add turkey and giblets. Oh, I'm glad they threw the giblets in as well. I mean, we don't want to. Oh my god, this is disgusting. Donations all week, every single week, and I would continue to do stupid things just like everybody else. Peppers and spices and all things nices, as well as we're going to have to deal with the tournaments for the weekend too. All your donations are for the good of charity, and then turkey and giblets will be eaten. I believe I'm hearing the donations are slowly trickling in. Friskies is doing a bang up job. So, yep, the donations come in. So, from me to you, have a wonderful stream.
I am
Oh,
live, ladies and
hi.
gentlemen, and so is everyone
Jeez.
else. Welcome back to the Caster Desk, F. Dot here. Alongside me with, not Zapman this time, we've got Lazarus and, of course, DM Brandon. How you guys doing today?
Horribly. I hate you.
I'm doing horribly, too. I had to do the same
And why would
stuff
you why would you ask me the question if you knew the answer?
because I wanted to see if you would say anything besides average, and you did, and I win.
That's fair. That's fair. Not
So,
doing average.
We did one assault match already, one in the books. That should have been on the family.
Allied senpai with a carry.
I'm curious to see if he could actually carry.
No, he did. I
And
mean,
he
he
did.
did. He spread. It's my man.
LIW.
Allied W.
There you go. Anyway, so that was fun. We got to watch Assault, Allied, and et cetera, and stuff. I'm sorry, I watched that man the entire time.
Yeah.
The entire time there was an assault, I was watching Zap. He was just sitting there like that. So what happened was, that's last time. We've got another one coming up. Scott's going to pick the teams. Let's go to him.
Hey, buddy, you look good. It is time to draw the names. I need my assistant, Dan. Dan, you're my humble assistant here throughout this. Could you please be so kind to draw names for me, Dan? This is team number 1. I need 5. You look great in The Lady and the Tramp, by the way. You and APC are adorable.
First name, Degars.
Degars. Degars. Gars first draft overall. He's on team number 1. Let's see who will be joining him, Dan, on this team. Trixtank, the monster from Europe, wherever he is. Trix, we know you can't be far. We have locked you in this room. Eventually, Trixtank will come up. Draw the next name. Oh, that's a good one. Get up here, fun balls. Look at that. Trixtank, fun baller, duo lane. Look at you, dude. No respect. Whatever. Someone else has to clean it up, right?
That's exactly right. Badger.
Wow. This team looking good. And the final player of this team.
Real ZX.
Reels. Is this a joke? It's just Gars plus. No one understands what you said.
Going to get his gear.
That's what he said?
That's what he said.
That's
And he's
all
got
right.
tricks as well.
Well, we can guess who's left.
All right, let's run off the names. We got Divios in the house.
Big D.
Big D.
Big D.
Zero's taking a piss right now. He'll be right here. Eonic.
Short for
Your ass down here.
Estevez.
Cyclone spin.
Cyclone. All right, the final one.
Incon.
Incontinentia, the world's best player of all time. You're on the wrong team, son. You're over there. Gentlemen, take your seats. This is a duel for the ages. F. Dot, over to you.
All right. Very exciting. I can't focus on anything but all of these habaneros. I'm so happy that's in my past. You guys got a little bit worse. You got the. Did you do the jelly?
I got the big spoonful of sauce, man.
How was that?
Well, it's gonna be coming out the same way. It was terrible.
Slowly and on camera.
Disgusting.
And how about you, Brandon? How was your experience?
It's the worst day. Why would anyone pay to eat McDonald's? I don't understand. It's just-
I'm loving it.
I am definitely.
all right, the
loving
tweet
this.
though, the tweet that I got was
Which one?
ba-da-ba-ba-ba, you're building wrong.
I think Brandon has a new sub note.
Yo, for real, it's gonna be my donation sound. I'm gonna have someone sing it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
great. We'll have music. It's gonna crush.
That'd be
I love
pretty
it.
good. That'd be pretty good.
I love it.
That's definitely the way to go. So you heard our teams. Well, you did. We have Divios, Cyclone Spin, Incon, Eonic, and one other person on one team, and then 5 other players on the other team. As far as how that's going to go, it's going to be all random. Do captains get to pick this cyber round as well? That's really the question.
I mean, I don't think so.
So it's just going to be all random this time, which should be fun.
You can't re-roll. There's no trading. This is a custom game, so you are stuck with whatever you get, which is why we saw that Alquang last game. It's not a god you want on Assault.
That is
Absolutely
definitely
not.
never a fun time. We sort of like strategically broke down Assault before with Zayden. Team with the healer or the better healer wins. My phone's buzzing the hell, so I just threw it down. The team with the better healer tends to win. After that, the team with the better assassin tends to win, I guess. If you check my profile, I think I've played like 6 times.
For me, it's always healer, obviously most important. After that, it's warrior. Mystical male, second item after Stone Gaia first is just unkillable. I mean, that's the real strength. You can also go for the super cheese of 5 mystical male, rush down, win the first fight, kill yourselves the towers, and then by meditation on everybody, like that's super strong too. I'm a tryhard.
Is that
really
your like solo lane strategy?
it wasn't season 1.
5-man mystical man. I actually remember that being a thing like way back.
That was the first
Very
strategy in
old
Smite.
school.
Yeah.
There is the first strategy in
Right
Smite.
right when Smite came up on my radar, I just remember, I didn't really know anything about the pro scene or anything, and 5-man mystical male was.
And right after that was you'd build 5-man mystical, 5-man sovereignty.
Yep. Tank
All over
meta.
the stack,
Because
right?
it used to stack, and it used to be 30.
And the Fire Giant and Gold Fury would just melt.
Yep.
And they weren't. Fire Giant was up immediately, so
Yeah.
you would get both those items lightning fast, and then kill Fire Giant at 6 minutes and kill the Titan because you didn't need towers or phoenixes yet either.
Yeah,
you
I
just
remember.
kill the Titan at 7 minutes, and you're like, yeah.
That was some old school cheese right there.
Damn, none of those players play anymore.
No, they don't.
No, they
I'll
don't.
give mid, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
they don't.
That is old school.
Yeah. I mean, and that was the worst coming out of that tank meta. And then one day we decided that we wanted hi-rez decided they wanted more tank meta. So for one day, for 24 hours only,
It wasn't 24 hours.
we got Gauntlet of Thebes. It wasn't even
It
24.
was 9 hours.
9 hours Gauntlet of Thebes lasted. And so what this item was, it was 40 gold, and it gave you 3,000 health per second.
Those are almost not exaggeratory numbers. Like it was like 1,800 gold, give you 2k
That
health.
item.
It really was just, it
That was-
was intense.
Coincidentally,
Everyone
that was
attacked.
the only week that Juice beat the Wizards in 3v3
Eh,
because they didn't know about Thebes, and we got 3 tanks, and we're like, all right. Oh man.
always on the forefront of things, right, man?
when almost cheating is involved, you gotta know it's me, right? It was really
get
close. It was really close to cheating. It felt like cheating.
It
'Cause
should.
you were invincible at like
Yeah.
3 minutes into the game. It was great.
It's definitely the way to go. I mean, sometimes you got to figure out those cheese traps. Sometimes you got to figure out, because sometimes being better than your opponent won't always get the win.
Well, we weren't better than the Wizards.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Draco Malfoy stomped on our face every week. So we're like, we need something, right?
Yeah.
And that was it. It was like it turned all the magic off.
It was like Heavy Hammer.
I love heavy.
Heavy Hammer came out. Nobody believed the Brandon preach, so you won for a little bit until they started believing. And now they beat you.
Now everyone just uses it and kills me with it. It's
Yeah, I mean,
the worst.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Well, now Heavy Hammer sucks,
Yeah, it's getting
but Frostbound OP
the tier 1 is getting, or tier 2 is getting nerfed, right?
real hard.
15
Yeah. Oh,
Yo, but Frostbound Hammer has 400 health on it now.
yeah. Oh, yeah. They buffed it
It's
tremendously.
it's really OP.
Yeah, so,
Oh my God.
so they knocked down. What we're talking about is tier 2 Frostbound Hammer, known as Heavy Hammer. They knocked down the health on it, I believe, by about 100,
And the slow.
and the slow is down to 15%. Which honestly, still, the 2 characters that are really going to work it, Bologna and Thanatos, it still works.
You can still go in the jungle and at level 1 with no hog and say, if you do that speed buff, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it. Yeah. You know what? You come in with the hog. you might get your buff.
You can have the buff.
I'm gonna have your life.
Yeah, we're gonna take the buff back.
Exactly. I mean, it's just too intense. I actually hate it.
You're a Thanatos player. What the?
I still hate it.
I do too.
You don't get Thanatos every game. I hate it. I hate it. I hate being Thanatos these days because I have to pick it. I hate it.
Oh,
Like,
come
it-
on.
No. Do you know my least favorite character?
Thanatos?
Bakasura.
All right.
And Heavy Hammer is basically Bakasura, right? Because you just get auto attacks until you die.
Yeah. All
There's
right.
nothing you can do about it.
All right.
You just get basicked. It's awful.
I don't like fighting Kronos for that reason. He doesn't need Heavy Hammer because he just sticks to you.
But at least Kronos has like spells that he does, and he's like whop whop whop,
Yeah,
and
they're
it looks cool. Bakasura
Really
is just like
difficult of hitting that stun from point blank range.
it's really tough. It's only 1/4 of the wave.
It's like 80 carries.
Have you ever thought about playing 100 mid?
I thought about it, but I just love the burst, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just my play style.
What about Uller?
Uller, if I could land his 3, great.
I won't make fun of you because that's difficult.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the more hard things to do. That said, I mean, you talk about up here, but you land those blind Agni bombs all the time.
Yeah,
Maybe you could. Maybe you got to give it a shot.
just old habits, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, that's interesting. Since we've got a little bit of time, let's take a trip down memory lane,
Sure.
Lasses. And a lot of players, they know you as the jungler.
Yeah.
Why is mid so easy for you these days?
Well, before I was the jungler, I actually played middle. Had over like 2,000, 3,000 games logged in middle lane. So, and then instantly I swapped to side lane carry with allied.
Right.
And Jervy was our mid.
Relearn the game completely.
Oh, that was miserable. I really wanted to quit. No joke. And then when jungle came out, I went to jungle because that man obviously 80 carry.
Right.
And then the second the opportunity I had to go back mid, man, I feel at home.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first episode of really that Cret and I did after the position swap, right? Chat was just info. Oh, do you think Laz is going to be able to do it? He's a very good jungler, but is he really like able to switch positions? And I was like, dude.
I appreciate it.
That's his first position.
And to all you new teams out there that have to fight Eager still, remember, you just camp Lasses in mid.
Please don't.
Or you're not winning that game. I mean, that was the original strategy. That's what Juice did. We lost one game and we're like, why are we trying to fight Hero GG? Just kill Lasses. Just kill him over and over and over and over and over until he hates his team, and then we'll just go kill like Wolf.
But now you've got
I
Darren
remember that. Those are old school days.
Yeah, man, just take him out of the game, man. I don't want to deal with this.
You've got Darren in the jungle now, though, which is that's scary.
That's true. Yeah,
That's
Dare's
scary.
Dare's stream was on last night when we were at Battle and Brew, and he was playing Bologna, and I'm like, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna judge this, right? I'm gonna be really harsh, and I think I watched all the way through, and I think one time he did the Scourge where he should have shielded, but that was the only time. Everything else was like fucking flawless.
Yeah, he's a really great player, man.
Dude, that Bologna game, he's probably the best Bologna jungle I've seen, period, right now, and everyone should be very afraid of that.
That's big to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I really like watching Dare throughout the Challenger Cup this season because me and Dare have always like gotten along. Just because, I mean, we both fire shots like crazy, right? And that's why, so there's like a mutual respect of like, I will run my mouth and so will you, so we get along, right? Like, that's how that works. As a support, I always recognize like his like thought process, but it didn't really like work. And now you see him in the jungle and I just sit there like, that's what it should have been, you know? So I'm loving the swap around.
Yeah.
Does it feel more comfortable with him in the jungle and you in the mid?
Well, it does now because he's actually very communicative.
Exactly.
If that's the word, sorry.
It is.
Player. And but anyway, yeah, it works really well. We synergize well together, and we're still growing.
He's the main shot caller, right?
No, actually, Zatman pretty much calls the big objectives, and then he and I just communicate. And I'll be like, "Yo, stun for me now," and then we just go.
And then
we
when
go
he
up each other.
misses, it's all Laz's fault.
I made a video about that.
I know, that's why. Anyway, excellent. We're finally going to get into the game, guys. We've got an assault match for you. So we're going to take a look at it, and here we go.
Oh my god.
Right side.
Oh, this
ready.
UI is so small.
I'm ready to rape, boys.
Alright, whatever.
What?
Which two? Which two have to have spicy Cheetos? You and you. So that's Brandon and Laz's.
No, that's F-Dot.
Oh, that's F-Dot and Laz's, isn't it? Okay.
This is from your favorite garden.
I hate that kid now.
Who is it?
T.O.
And so we've got T-Ho17. Give Laz a Cheeto with hot sauce from his favorite gardening tool, Kipo. Of course, gotta have the Kipo. And then Graham64. All it says is to have F-Dot eat a spicy Cheeto while casting.
Good luck.
Do I have to be casting while I do this? I mean, I don't even like Cheetos.
All right,
That's
wait,
the downside.
real quick. So we got Kronos,
Look at that
Osiris,
face. Look at that face.
Bacchus,
Right?
Medusa, Uller. And then across the way, it's just like Chang'e Geb, so GG, right? Like, I mean, this should be front and back for blue team.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I like Kronos. Kronos is fun. I like Reels. We'll see how it does. So So here's the thing. I'm not really like a chip guy. I'm not a snack guy, right?
Really?
All right. I'm not a skinny guy either, but that's because I'm Italian and I eat 2 dinners. All right. So I eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then dinner again. I don't do dessert. I don't
What
do
are you
snacks.
looking at, son? Sit down.
Not looking at much. Good kill for Kronos.
See, I'm not very familiar with Medusa and how she works yet.
Don't look at her.
Don't look at it. It's kind of like, I guess, in Dota, like Medusa from Dota.
I don't know. That
game.
game's too hard for me, man. What are you buying spells to go back to the base for? You just hit B.
True. Yeah. Good game.
What is this guy dancing around for?
I'm
Cha-cha-cha.
not feeling this, dude. This is gross to me.
I'm not feeling it.
Like the way Brandon feels about fast food is the way I feel about most like snack.
No,
like,
I also feel that way
chips and
about
stuff.
snacks and
I
chips.
know, I know. So the way Brandon feels about it, I feel about it. I just don't do this. Like, I'll do a Frito. I'll do Fritos like once a year. Okay? Doritos, it's what are you, crazy? So Laz is just, he lowered the amount of like hot sauce on the Cheeto by wiping it on a habanero. I don't think you get how this works. Okay, there's oils on the habanero that's going to make it spicy as hell. All right, here's the deal, Brandon. You got to carry for the next little bit because me and my mans are gonna bottoms up.
We're going downtown, brother.
Good luck, brother.
Cheers.
There you go. We touched our sticks.
Let's touch our swords. Okay, anyway, with that, it's 1-3 right now. Medusa catches a few people looking, sends them back to the base in a box. And 1-3, they're looking real strong. I mean, it's going to be up to them to safely find a way to end their own lives, right? I mean, they have to be able to kill themselves to the tower, find a way to sacrifice so that way they don't give up golden experience. And they have to do it soon, but they're going to blink in. Intoxicate's going to hit 3. Not sure how they're going to follow that one up. How you doing, F-Dot?
Pretty good.
All right.
It's definitely not as bad as it's like sweet.
Yeah, that was a lot easier than the last one for sure.
Cataclysm going to hit 3 in the back line, going real deep for it. Bastet jumps in, looking for more. Medusa finds another 2. What are you looking at? It's too strong. Belly Flop going to find another. The communication and power from the red team seems to be so much stronger.
Okay.
But yet, 2 for 1.
I get it now. So, it's targeted, right? So I had the jelly at the end of the Cheeto.
Right.
And the way I put it in my mouth, the jelly wound up like in the corner of my cheek.
Sure.
And now there's just a nuclear radiation zone in the corner of my cheek. The rest of my mouth is fine, but I think you might be able to see my teeth soon through my cheek. Like I can feel it boring a hole through my skin. Oh my goodness. That sucks. That actually does suck. How you doing, Les?
I'm actually very fine. Earlier, the big spoonful, and I feel like I've grown to like it.
That would suck.
It sucked.
Because like I said, the spot where it hit, definitely like I feel that. But if I had to like, that would suck.
That was miserable.
Yeah, I apologize.
For the charity, brother.
Hell yeah. All right, so you know what? Why don't we switch it up a little bit, Laz?
Sure.
You want to try doing some play-by-play?
Yeah, sure. We got a little kitty cat jumping in with some scratchies. Uller
What are you
misses
watching
some auto
Moji
attack.
stream?
I don't know any ability names, so I just call it when I kind of see it. Like Jean-Qui is, I got Ghost, Stun, Lifesteal,
Like
and
water-
a slow.
Like the famous water hands.
Yeah, the water hands, dude. He got. I don't know. I just call him their one, or I'll be like Kronos ulted. I don't even know what that is. Reverse time, maybe.
See, I mean, that's actually what's fun, right? Like, I don't like to say 1, 2, 3, 4 because for uninformed players that means nothing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but also if Artemis is the best example.
Trap, volley, attack speed, and bore.
Excuse me, it's vengeful assault, transgressor's fate.
Right. Suppress the insolence.
Suppress the insolent, and my favorite, Caledonian Boar. Where is Caledonia? Seriously, where?
Isn't that like a Muse song? Like
Caledonia? Muse? You listen to Muse?
No, man,
I thought
but
you liked
it was
good
in
music.
Guitar Hero, man.
I thought you like good games.
I have to beat all the songs of Guitar Hero.
You ever play Guitar
you play
Hero
an
for too
expert?
long?
Yeah, dude.
And then
We used to hack the PS2, so we get all the extra songs. That shit was way too hard, though.
That's illegal.
No, because we weren't pirating. We were just adding things in and playing without streams, so it wasn't illegal.
there you go.
Who are you trying to argue with, bro?
I'm just saying, I watch Sandstorm. Okay.
You said watch Sandstorm.
Minions are coming down the wave right now. We got a couple
Oh,
Chronos things hitting.
Yeah, there you go. That's how I do it, baby.
But so staying away from the 1, 2, 3, and 4 isn't so bad, and staying away from like the actual names is you got to find that happy medium.
Yeah.
You know, like Water Spout is okay. Knock Up can work when you talk about Hebo. Water Hands is my favorite because it's actually water
Bart.
coming out of his hands.
I
But
mean,
trying
that's just because he didn't know the name of the move, though. He wasn't trying to help out the viewers like that's the water hands.
What is it called? Water cannon?
Water
Water
cannon.
Ooh.
Oh, again, caught looking. Intoxicate. My man's going to get sent back to the base there. Too many drinks.
What's that like?
Looking at me, I don't know. Glasses?
Ah, well, you know, when you remember, it's pretty painful.
Looks like red team is getting aggressed on, or blue team's getting aggressed on really hard despite the Chang'e Geb. How does that make you feel, DM?
I mean, like, we'll get there. I mean, maybe.
They do have a
Wait,
Nox.
who's playing the Chang'e? Is that real? Does that say real? I can't
I
see it.
think Reels is on the. Oh wait, no, I can't
not
tell.
real. Wait,
The
wait.
Reels is on Chang'e.
It's real. No wonder.
Cha cha
He
cha.
doesn't know what he's doing on Chang'e. He's like, I keep trying to use my auto attacks and I die.
I'm
He's
not
gonna-
critting.
He's going to come out with Sprint 3.
Oh
That's it.
man.
I would love to just see a basic attack build on this Chang'e.
I definitely would not like to see that at all. I mean, not even a little bit.
So you were asking a little bit about Medusa, Lazarus.
I was.
We'll bring it down for you and the viewers at home. She's relatively simple, sort of. Okay, not quite. So her one is her first ability is a basic attack steroid. The next 3 abilities are very fast. They used to be 100%. That was the big nerf that everybody's talking
Now it's
about.
40, scales up to 80.
Right. That was the big nerf that everybody was talking about because she'd be able to you hit that and just boom, boom, boom,
Ah.
like a AA-12 or something from Call of Duty, right? So they changed that a little bit, and now it's kind of just not that good. Right?
Did she get? Do you think she got over nerfed?
You know,
Personally, I think she was
thought
hit
so.
a little hard.
I thought so, but I started leveling that acid spray, man.
Yeah, of
and
course.
her lane clear and pressure are outrageous. Her 2, now you hit the front, the cone, you can't dodge it.
Right.
It just will hit you.
And I actually really like that ability. So we were talking about the second ability, Acid Spray, and what happens is it's a line attack, just like So Beautiful or Neath Arrow or any other line attack.
Right.
But at the end, at the point of impact, it spreads out like a fan.
Right.
So it's gonna hit you in lane, which makes her very sort of like the Queen of Poke, which used to be Artemis's type.
Yeah, but now, I mean,
Now that's
it does
small.
a lot of damage. Her 3, Lacerate, a small dash, reduces healing, actually does damage as well. When it got
That's
nerfed in
weird.
damage, I'm like, I don't know, understand why they did. Wait a second, this move does damage?
That's
oh
exactly
my god!
That's exactly what I said because the gimmick is you'd pick her, you'd dash into them, and they grab you like Bowser does in Smash. Right?
Yeah.
It's like a command grab. You go in and you get rooted for a hot second, and then you just hit them with 2 guaranteed shots with your 1.
Yeah.
So you prime your 1, and then you dash in, and you get them with 2 guaranteed shots and a 3 if you're lucky. So that one is tough.
Yep. And then there's the finally Petrify. I call it the Stone Gaze, right?
Yep.
It's pretty simple. If you're looking at her when it casts, it stuns you. If you're not looking at it, it slows and does half damage. Still does a lot, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest issue right now with the character is people are like, her ult's too hard to hit because you could just turn around. What they don't realize is even if you're turned around, you're taking a lot of damage.
I feel like, and I feel like the design intent, and I'm so far away from the designers that, you know, this is just my personal opinion. I feel like the design intent is, it should do the amount of damage when you're not facing, and you just get in trouble if you are facing, right? Like it's a punishment rather than a reward.
Right.
I think people are thinking about it the wrong way. So it's actually really interesting because Athena and Medusa lane, that's gonna suck.
You can't look at her, man. And Athena's like, yo, look at me.
She actually says, face me.
Yeah, she
That
says
is her line. Face me. And you're like, I don't want to face the face. It's actually really problematic.
I mean,
I
but
can't wait.
I think that's the only reason that to this point that Red Team is even in this against the comp that they've, you know, it's random. You know, sometimes you're going to get kind of messed up by the random rolls. But I mean, Medusa has been doing well. And who's playing the Medusa right now?
Not
can't.
reals.
I can't see who's.
It looks like
It's
Divios.
Divios.
Big D.
Divios.
That's why the person playing Medusa is right on top of things, because Divios is like, new God, I'll play that for 9 hours in a row.
He's a machine, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love Divios.
I love the amount of work that really Divios puts into the game. Blink in from Gem underneath the tower. That's going to go ahead and claim 2 for the team. Jean Quay ult is going absolutely incredible, but we're riding along with Divios. Gets stunned by Nox, but it doesn't really matter. He's just dishing out damage.
He's trying to, at least, but they do have a healer, and while Moonlit Waltz is not like a great, or Moonflower Dance rather, is not a great heal, I mean, it's still better than no heal.
What I really like about, I feel like Chunga was the character affected most by the inclusion of Lotus Crown. Because that heal, the heal, as you said, it's a minor heal, but Lotus Crown is 20/20. And it's that. It doesn't matter how much you're healing for, it's just protection.
Not to mention, Chang'e can actually manipulate the movement of her heal whilst it's going on, meaning she has a better chance to hit more people with it, unlike Hell, where it's like, everyone around me is healed, and that's it.
Right.
Ra's like, stand in this place and hope there's not a Culkin tornado, right? Chang'e's like, I have extra movement speed, and everyone's healed, and I love you guys.
My favorite battle mage, Chunga. I really like her ability to really dance in and out of the fight. In a perfect world, I feel like Chunga is a little more tanky, builds some tanky abilities, but can just sort of like come in and out. I'm very glad you can't
flow.
see the
You gotta flow.
the
It's all about
dance
the
moves
dance.
that I'm doing right now. But it just
Good
feels so cool that she should be like this tanky beast, that sort of like a frontliner, right? Where she comes in and she deals poke damage and heals her friends.
That's
and just
why
sort
I
of does the
absolutely
things.
love Wingblade on her.
Yeah.
It's movement speed, it's cooldown reduction, health, it's slow immunity. I mean, that makes her so powerful. She's already gaining movement speed from her moves as well. Remember, her passive going to increase her movement speed by 25% whilst any of her spells are being cast, which is incredibly powerful.
So, you like her in the middle?
Oh, but they all just got caught looking. What are you looking at?
You're watching!
Well, I can't really play her in the mid lane because her early game is actually kind of weak.
Yep.
When you have a jungler just constantly wanting your butt and the support, but if you actually can build her up, she is one of the most lethal gods in the game, easily hands down in game. And with all her spamming abilities and just able to like take cooldowns and bait cooldowns, it makes her just that much better.
Yeah, actually, I really like the ultimate. Help me out, Brandon.
Which ultimate? Waxing Moon?
I really like Waxing Moon at mid Harpies.
I really like Waxing Moon. It's like the best ability in the game.
Sure, but I'm talking because like I always preach, and Laz, help me out here. I always preach that you need 3 things for mid lane. You need wave clear, you need escapability for when the jungler inevitably gets you, and mid camp secure. You need some button to say go away from my mid camp.
Oh,
right?
I agree.
Those are the 3 tenements that make a mid laner.
But
and with
Chang'e also, I mean, she doesn't have clear, though.
Exactly, which is why you don't see her in the mid. You see her in the solo. Oh wait, she's the mage. LOL.
Well, and she's also super mana hungry, which actually just hurts her as a early game.
yeah.
So
That's good. That's really good insight. You don't get the blue buff in the mid lane.
I've always wished, because her too, when she's invincible, every time you're hit with a tick of an ability, any kind of damage, she'll gain X amount of mana back.
Oh.
I always wished it was just any kind of damage, so that you could just poke them and have all 6 minions hit you at once. You spend 60 to gain 120.
oh, that would be crazy.
My heart.
That would be so.
I started practicing it because I didn't read the ability. And I'm like, yeah, I could do it like every time. They're like, you're not getting any mana back. Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, that. Oh my gosh, that would just. I would play her in mid because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I did that with. Oh, it was actually an old. Oh, please, production, take all the peppers away from us. All of them. All of them. My man Eric the Vincent just came and took a handful of peppers, and the delight on Laz's and GM's face was, we're not acting heroes.
Those are just snaps.
It's real.
So what seemed like strength for, kind of signs of life from the red team immediately gets answered back by the fact that the blue team got to back for the first time in quite some time. And with that, I mean, they already burst through the tier 2 tower. The Phoenix is under duress. But again, Divios finding 2. Looking too much there. Nox going to pick up a kill regardless. Nobody getting taken down. Poor Divios, man. After the game, the lobby's going to be like, my team fed.
Good old Divios. I mean, this Chunga's doing a lot of work with that Lotus crowd. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're going to ride along with Big D one more time. Basics come in as Bastet does. Bastet jumps in. You know, if you push that button a second time, you can jump back.
Not that quick, you can't. It used to be that quick. Man, it used to be that quick.
It used to be
NCC
like,
immune.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
I actually, and this is a wildly unpopular opinion that I don't blame people for hating on me for, I liked it that way. I thought it was really cool. It was horribly unbalanced.
Dude, I love it.
It was horribly unbalanced, but I felt like it was really like, that's the core of the ability, right? In, out. Big bang.
I mean, you know the
I love
saying,
black.
right? Because if it ain't OP, it ain't for me. Belly flop gonna find another blue team. A little bit of duress here once again.
Oh, jumping in.
Quay close to by himself here. It looks like Nox is not gonna be able to save him, albeit she did try. That's gonna be a deicide.
Titan doing work as well, swinging those hammers around, dual wielding. That's pretty incredible. Anyway, if you guys are just joining us, don't forget this is a charity stream. We're making donations towards the American Cancer Society. If you want to be a part of it and make us do ridiculous things like eat weird stuff,
Can you not give them ideas?
make glasses eat a pepper or something.
Oh!
You can go to crowdrise.com/SPL Spring. One more time, that's crowdrise.com/SPL Spring. And give American Cancer Society your money so we have to do weird stuff. That's pretty much my job.
That's
You
the
just had to use my
gist.
name, huh?
Blink gonna cancel the belch after she jumps away, throws in the belly flop. She's gonna answer back by throwing the cats down. They're actually doing a lot of damage. Wow, Bacchus getting kind of slammed here. Do my eyes deceive me? Is that health bar down to like 20%?
It is. It's very, very low. Oh, that's a good jump back.
That was a cute jump.
I love fast step jump. I think it's one of my favorite builds in the game.
It's definitely one of the best. I mean, it's lightning fast, ton of damage. I mean,
Oh,
And it's not as punishing as other jumps because you can leap back.
we actually haven't. You heard?
bastard.
You heard production?
Oh,
Did you?
No, that's not what it says.
That's not what it says.
Yes, that's
we know what it says. I'm just gonna go ahead.
This
we
is-
have,
no,
we
no.
have, we have a DM
This
specific.
is not fair.
We have a DM specific donation
Fine.
right here.
I have to say-
it comes from Dust. I gotta say.
It says from Dust?
You gotta say.
Is that Dust?
Dust.
Dust.
He hates it. So,
Hashtag Goop King Smatter. That's not. I'm the Goop King.
no, so we've got it. That is from Dust, $30. I'll read the whole thing in memory of my dad who passed away to liver cancer. I miss you, fam.
That's my
also,
man.
I want to say Brandon to say hashtag Good King Smatter. And
Shout out to Dust.
followed up by Smat Daddy. $10 donation from Smat Daddy. Smatter is the Goop King in all caps.
What are they on Mumble? Just like, we should all donate and make him say this. Haha.
This is what you get for forming the juice community. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to a total of $6,315 raised just today. That's a lot of fun. We've raised 42% of our goal, which is $15,000. And as we said, this is both Thursday today and Friday tomorrow. So be a part of it. Crowdrise.com/SPL Spring, both today and tomorrow. Knox, we're riding along with for what seems like the first time in ever.
All right, so they're going for it. The Phoenix still strangely up. Finally going to go down there. Blue trying to close this one out, but they did lose Chang'e. They should be escaping here, waiting for her to get back up. Heavenly Agility, though, going to be popped in the back line. They're trying to rush it down. Nox under duress and should fall here, and she does indeed quickly.
Kronos is just so incredible. I love his ability to stick to a target as much as Brandon hates it. I love it.
Oh, wow, they're still going.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cyclone Spin on that Kronos.
They have to end. They
No, it's
have to
Ionic,
end.
actually.
Oh, it's Ionic on
Yeah,
Kronos.
and Ionic's such a great player, man.
Speaking of the Goop King, in the background, you're going to see all that Ghost Goop coming out. Sean Quay trying to just keep the dream alive here, but it's not going to happen. Oh, 1v1. Geb trying to take down Medusa. Lacerates away. Should be able to close the distance after a bit, but Geb going to be hard-pressed to catch up immediately.
Oh, with the blink in.
Unless he has Blink.
Go! Take it down, Divios.
Geb with the kill.
Get
I love
bodied.
when Geb gets a kill because it's just the way Geb attacks is just so funny.
I love it.
All right, so Chang'e's back alive, but I really don't see Geb getting away from this one.
Geb is definitely
Ooh,
up
that-
a creek
ooh,
without
that-
a paddle,
That
surrounded.
That
Got
cute
a
Geb shield, though.
Gonna get a couple of knockouts, but eventually Kronos will get the kill. That's Ionic. We were talking about, well, we mentioned him real quick. He's a great player.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
The
They
wave
might have
save?
had a chance to. No, I guess Bastet's coming up soon, too. Nox is up. Yeah, maybe.
Playing it safe.
It's going to be hard, though. I mean, they were already losing a majority of the fights. I mean, consider how that went, and that was under a Phoenix, right?
Uh-huh.
So if they rush it down, there's a chance they could end right now. I would like to see Blue Team just go for it.
Probably not a bad idea, but it is rolling the dice. And some players don't
And
always
realistically, that's what it is in Assault. It's all gambles.
Yeah, that is
You know,
very
can
true.
I die and stay dead long enough before my team's going to fall? Do I have enough time to do this? Spend money, get my health back. And without a healer, I think it's more than impressive to see these guys last as long as they have.
Absolutely.
I'm really loving the Kronos play coming out. I've mentioned a bazillion times I like the character, but Ionic's piloting this guy. Ionic's usually a support player. Now, you mentioned he's a great player. Have you had a chance to play with him on a team at all last?
No, but he used to play for RG, and ironically he was benched. But and now you look at him, he plays for one of the top teams in the world, and every time I play with the guy in ranked, he's always doing something right, making great calls, super friendly, and he's always just been naturally talented.
I actually met Ionic through a Tier Monster tournament. They seeded us on the same team because Ionic wasn't well known, and that was just a nightmare for everyone we fought. Everyone else had one good player. We had two, and then we had the community, and it was just a nightmare. Pecky's made it to finals against us, and he's like, there's no way to win. And I'm like, I had no idea you were this good. And then 6 months later, he's on Name Changers, or Game Changers, rather, and they were just blowing up the competition.
You know what it is for me? Ionic thinks so much, so quickly. If you ever have a chance to talk to him, Ionic he's just such an intelligent player. And I think in a MOBA, intelligence can really carry you very far.
Wow. Chang'e Geb losing the game there. Ionic and the boys going to be able to take that one down. They're feeling good about that one.
Definitely a good one to add to the coffers. Might not be a big trophy to take home, but it's definitely a good look and a good one to add onto your mantle. So that's going to be it for us as far as the assault. No more assault, unfortunately. And that's it for us. If you guys want to say anything before we go.
No more ghost peppers or whatever they're called, please.
Please no more peppers. If anything, make Kelly do one. See her now.
Hey guys, hi-rez Kelly here. I am joined by hi-rez Scott Gandhi, and we are closing out the show right now. Gandhi, what has been your favorite part of the SPL Spring Fling?
Hey, that's a tough one. I got to go with Family Feud, though. That was one of my dreams, was to host something like Family Feud. I used to watch it all the time with my mom. Shout out to my mom. I love you, but I don't love you. You know what it is.
So what do we got tomorrow planned?
Well, we got the 1v1s.
Ooh.
1v1s are going to be pretty awesome. They're playing for a Alienware laptop.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
So not just like McDonald's gift cards, but
No. Those all go to DM Brandon. Everything from McDonald's is sponsored by DM Brandon. From this point moving on. So you can look forward to that on 12-hour Mondays. So we got the 1v1s.
Yes.
And then we have the All-Star game. But before the All-Star game, we have the hi-rez guys versus the pros.
Oof, okay, well, what are the 5 hi-rez guys that are going to be competing?
So it's Clumsy,
Okay.
Adonis.
Nice.
Clumsy, Adonis, Pon. Can't forget the Pon.
Hi-rez
DM
Hindu-
Brandon and Hindu Man. That's the ticket.
Nice.
Took a second.
All right, do you think they have a chance?
No.
All right.
So what you guys need to know, though, is that DM Brandon has opted into an Aphrodite versus Bakasura matchup in the solo lane. He's convinced he can win it. If you guys are playing the home game, I'm going to go over-under.
He's going to catch these birds.
Over-under on 7 deaths by 15 minutes
Yeah,
is kind of what I'm going with.
sounds about reasonable.
It's not under. You're going to get camped. I've told everyone to camp you.
Guys, we have a lot of stuff planned for tomorrow, and if your donations weren't read online today, or if you guys didn't get to actually get your donation working like someone eating a hot pepper, we are still going to be doing everything tomorrow. It starts at 1 p.m. EST, guys, right here, and we had about $700 donated by Gastius, hashtag Gastius, to have TSM eat the hot peppers. However, Gars couldn't join us, so we got Jeff Henley here, who also had donations, and these gentlemen, pick up your habaneros.
Are you ready to die? Adonis, you have a quick word?
Let me get a quick word. Snoopy. I'm facing you in lane tomorrow, hi-rez versus pros. You are never going to get shit on harder than you are tomorrow.
Oh!
In your life.
Oh!
I would drop the mic, but I don't want to break it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd just like to point out who's still a pro player and who's with hi-rez now.
Ooh!
I don't know.
That's Adonis, right? Adonis is not the pro player?
Am I with hi-rez?
News to me. Yeah, no, you are. Yeah. And you've done really well, though, right? And, like, Adonis did something, didn't he?
I don't think so.
Fair. Eat, boys. Wow,
Ooh.
Snoopy, you are a man.
All right,
Yannick, a little bit of a girl. Divios, a little
What's
worse.
going on
Wow,
right-
you're a man, too.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Oh!
Wait, Yannick not doing so well? No? Oh, I don't see tears.
Yeah, Divios,
You
how
have
you
no
feel?
words?
I've been fine.
Our president is sleeping over here.
All right, what about Snoop over here? How you feeling? How you feeling?
A little warm. A little warm.
1 out of 10, how hot is it?
I got hiccups. Not that high, I just have hiccups.
It's not that hot. You just have hiccups.
I don't feel it's that bad. But I just have hiccups, and that's annoying.
I think Snoopy might be in the worst shape. Jeff, how you feeling, buddy?
No way, it's
I
Yannick.
can barely breathe.
Dude, look at Yannick. Are you kidding? Are all of you hiccuping now? All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm sure Gastius is really appreciative.
There you
All
go.
right, guys.
Oh,
All right. Shout outs to TSM, right?
good guys.
All right, Gandhi. Well, we're going to be back here tomorrow, 1 p.m. same time, twitch.tv/SmiteGame. Thank you all for donating.
Oh, sweet mother of Mary Magdalene. Yo, look at this.
It takes so goddamn long to get this smell out of my hair.
Hey,
Who
guess
did
what?
Who did it?
Kelly. It was Bart.
No, who did it? Who actually did it?
You look like a very bad
Come here,
villain.
give me a
No.
hug.
Get
Come on,
you
come
get
on,
away.
Give me a hug. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Come on, Gandhi. Come here. Come on. Come here. Gandhi. Come here.